Hi, I'm Jeremy Lee from IC Korea. So today we invited three very successful students who have gone through the exchange student program with IC Korea. And many parents would wonder and how they actually overcame all the obstacles they faced in the US and they became great students. And we'd like to hear from on their words how they succeeded and what their success key was. So why don't you take turns in introducing yourself, your name and in which state you studied and in what year you went abroad.
Right, my name is Seung-Ji Son. I went to Louisiana for high school for 4 years, and I went to America in 2005.
My name is Jiyeon, and I've been staying in US for 4 years. 1 year in Illinois, and after 3 years, I've been in Utah.
My name is Jung-Jin Isaac Kim, and the first 6 months I was in Denver, Colorado, and then I transferred to school in Shreveport, Louisiana, Evangel Christian Academy. And the year I went to United States was 2007, January 2007.
All right. So which school are you currently attending right now? And can you briefly tell us about your college life and how much you enjoy it?
I'm attending Austin Community College to transfer into University of Texas, Austin. And what I like about college life is that I have so much more time for myself than high school because we have a fewer hours of classes. And during that time I do studying, I play computer games, I hang out with my friends, and so it's just better, I think, for me to have much more time for myself.
Actually, I just graduated from high school this year, and I automated to University of Utah. So I don't have anything to tell about college life yet, but I'm already excited just leading through the program and everything.
Well, just like Jiyeon, technically I'm not currently attending any school yet, not a college student yet. I just graduated from school, high school last May. But I got admitted by University of Wisconsin-Madison, so that's why I'm heading for college.
I guess you are having a great time in college and you two just graduated from high school and looking forward to your experience in college, right? And I heard that you all participated in the exchange student program with IC Korea, is that correct?
Right.
And what was your motivation behind your participation?
Well, my motivation to participate in the program was to learn English. It's getting very competitive with the society of Korea. To get a job in every field you need English, such as TOEIC or TOEFL test score. So that's why I went to America. That was my first motivation.
My motivation is my sister. She went US as exchange student for 3 years ago. I have seen she was changing it as good way. So I was dreaming about going US since when I was young.
Well, of course I wanted to learn English, but I've always wanted to go out to the world and see and hear things and learn experience and cultures and I always wanted to go to American college because I wanted to do something big on the global stage.
Looking back on the past, can you confidently say that the exchange student program with IC Korea has helped you become successful college students or high school graduates?
Well, it has definitely helped me with my English skills in almost every field, such as reading, listening, speaking, and writing.
Before I go exchange student, I was very vague and aimless, so I just do whatever my parents want to do. But now I study for myself and set a goal by myself.
Yes, it has definitely helped me, and it played a huge role in my life. And definitely, my English improved a lot. And then, what really helped me in this program was the people and the surroundings and environment over there. It was really nice, and people were really kind and all nice. Well, not everybody was nice, but still, they would come to me and ask me, "How are you doing? What's going on? How's life?" and stuff. And they would come to me and encourage me when I was down.
So you made really good connections in the US?
Yes, and people were really kind of easy to approach kind of type. So it was really easy to talk to them and approach them.
Okay, thanks everyone. And hearing from all of you makes me think that the exchange student program with ISC Korea actually played a critical role in benefiting your life. So now I'd like to know about the college selection process. How did you go about choosing which college to apply, and what was the biggest factor that you considered?
Right. The ranks of the program of the school was the most important thing for me to consider when I looked for which college I want to go. And I'm trying to transfer into UT Austin right now. Their business program were ranked very, very high in the graphs and stuff, and that's why I chose to attend Austin Community College.
Gotcha. I guess so. You want to continue your studies, your post-secondary studies in business program, right?
Right.
Gotcha. So do you have any specific major that you have in mind?
Well, actually, right now I'm majoring in accounting. However, I'm thinking about changing it. I don't like it at all.
The biggest factor was the tuition. I got benefit for my tuition because of the house bill in Utah. And even other than tuition, there's a lot of opportunity of research for undergraduate students, and there's a lot of exchange program and such like that.
Okay, just to clarify, so if you go to school or high school in Utah for 3 years, so you get to pay the resident rate when you go to college.
Yeah, that's
within
right.
Utah, right?
Well, obviously, I looked at its competence of academic programs, and I looked at popularity and size. Didn't really look at rank, and to me, I didn't want to go somewhere really far away from Shreveport, Louisiana, from where I was. So I was trying to get it, but didn't end up working out really well.
So you ended up choosing the University of Wisconsin-Madison, right?
Right.
So do you think that school satisfies your desires to learn? And you mentioned about the competence and different things. And so how do you rate your college?
Well, actually, University of Wisconsin-Madison was my second choice, but when I wasn't admitted by the first choice, I was really frustrated. But right now, I'm really satisfied where I'm going. So, yes.
So once you made your decision on which college to apply, and how did you go about the process of earning offers of admission?
Well, once I decided which college I applied to, I studied very hard for my SAT score. It wasn't decent at all at first, but I worked hard and it raised up till 1900, and I started to take care of my GPA as much as I could.
Actually, I really regret about my preparing test because it could be better if I study for long term. But when I started study, I was already senior. But it wasn't that bad because I used the Korean website that it's for the people who preparing the test. So.
And I heard from two of you. So you mentioned about the lack of preparation, and then that you started later on. I mean, not at the early time. So looking back on your past, so what do you think that you could have done better? That when you became like a freshman again in high school.
You asking me? I think it is definitely absolutely better to start earlier. So that's what I regret the most.
Like about your GPA and SAT.
Right. You should have studied earlier as much as you could, so that you could get into college wherever you want.
Of course, I studied my butt off for SAT, and I started studying SAT before I became a junior, but it was kind of early, but not too early. But well, anyways, I don't think it is absolutely good to start studying SAT early.
So early.
Yeah, too early.
So you're saying that you should have some like foundation and background work
Right.
before you actually jump into SAT studying, right?
Because see, what happened to me was, I started studying SAT before I became junior, and then I was studying really hard. I came to school, and then I didn't study because of school and things going on in junior year. And then I started studying again, and it was kind of worse to start again. And then I wrote some essays that were required, visited my favorite teachers to ask for recommendation letters, and yes.
So
And,
I guess
yeah.
the planning work and time management was key to succeed, right?
Right.
So would you give one piece of advice to future exchange students with IC Korea? Just 1 point, please.
Right. Studying for SAT and taking care of your GPA is a mandatory thing that everybody is doing, right? What I think my fellow students should do is that to go out and do a lot of things so that they can have a lot of things to write on their college application essays.
I believe the most important part of the deciding what college I'm going is the advice from teachers. If my teacher didn't tell me about the house bill in Utah, I couldn't continue studying in US and come back to Korea. So there is a lot of advice and information from teacher.
I would say try to join some extracurricular activities so you can socialize with friends, make some friends, and extracurricular activities will really help me get into college and some responsibilities and stuff, so it'll really help.
So to summarize, you mentioned of socializing and doing other stuff to discover what you're really interested in and what you really want to major in college. And studying is definitely the basic, like that's the must that you
Yes.
have to go through. And on top of that you have to do other things.
Right.
So thanks. So today we heard from ISC Korea alumni sharing their own stories of success. And I hope that this may help future students and parents grasp what the exchange student program really entails. And so before we end the interview, so I have one last question for you. So what is your future aspiration and dream, and what kind of effort are you making to realize your goals?
Right, I want to be an international businessman, and I think the most important thing to be an international businessman is that you are fluent in several languages. And I've already learned English just a little bit. I still have far way to go, and I'm starting to learn Chinese this summer, so I could speak more languages to do business deals later on my future.
So you chose Chinese as your second foreign language, right? And so I guess you foresee that China is gonna grow a lot and have the global competence,
Right.
like in the later on or
Right,
even
of
now,
course.
right?
Right.
So what's your opinion on that?
Well, I think I'm from Korea, and I have plans to work in Korea, and I chose China because China was close from Korea, and there are 13 billion people on earth speaking Chinese, so that's the reason why I chose Chinese.
I wanna on the PhD on biochemistry. I'm not sure I will be good at in college, but I will not give up until it take 11 years to get a PhD, but I will not give up and try to get a good GPA and GRE.
Gotcha. So PhD program, I heard various things from my colleagues in college, and it is very, very tough or competitive to get in. And so, do you want to continue your PhD at the same college or same institution that you're applying right now?
Yeah.
Or you're choosing different?
I heard the University of Utah give a full-time job when I go to graduate school. So I think I can make money and get a job during I get the PhD. So
simultaneously,
Yeah.
while you're getting the PhD, you can also get paid.
Yeah.
So you can also make a living out of it, right?
yeah.
I'm not 100% sure what I want to study in college, but as for now, I want to study accounting. And then, so for that, and be an accountant for the later future. For what I want to, for realizing what I really want to study, I try new things and try to find out what I really want to study. And then for the later future, I want to get involved in some music missionary institution. So for that, just playing my instruments and serving in the worship band, and
So you mentioned about becoming an accountant. So do you prefer working in the U.S. or different countries or to in Korea?
For that I don't know yet, but probably in the U.S. Well, actually internationally, if possible.